Welcome, dear listener, to another episode of Exploring Political Thought. Today we turn our attention to Aristotle's views on slavery, a topic that he delved into at length, offering a perspective that was both comprehensive and reflective of the prevailing attitudes of his time. Unlike Plato, who had reservations about the institution of slavery, Aristotle defended it from various angles, providing arguments both in favor of the slave and the master, the householder. To contextualize Aristotle's stance, it's crucial to note that slavery was a pervasive institution in ancient Greece, and Aristotle's thoughts on the matter were influenced by the societal norms of his era. While he did not completely dismiss the institution, Aristotle's views on slavery did include some nuances and considerations. Aristotle made a distinction between different types of slaves. He recognized conventional slaves, individuals who were not slaves by nature and had reason, potentially making them citizens in their own state. However, if taken as prisoners of war, these individuals could become slaves. On the other hand, natural slaves, according to Aristotle, lacked reason and were permanently subordinated to their masters. Aristotle believed that these distinctions were in line with the principles of nature. A key aspect of Aristotle's justification for slavery was his perspective on the relationship between the master and the slave in the household. He viewed the slave as an animate instrument intended for action, not production. Unlike artisans who created products, a slave assisted in the day-to-day functioning of the household. The slave, Aristotle argued, served the interests of the master and had no interests of their own. Aristotle believed that some individuals were, by nature, fit for slavery, while others were naturally free. Natural slaves, in Aristotle's view, primarily utilized their bodies and lacked the capacity for self-governance. The master, representing reason and virtue, played a crucial role in guiding the slave toward moral and intellectual excellence. Aristotle asserted that this relationship was mutually beneficial, as the master gained leisure for moral and intellectual pursuits, contributing to the affairs of the state. Furthermore, Aristotle justified slavery based on the differences in abilities and mental faculties among individuals. He argued that those lacking in these qualities could not govern themselves and, therefore, were fit for slavery. However, Aristotle was against making defeated foes slaves solely based on power. He emphasized the importance of intelligence in determining the fate of prisoners of war. It is noteworthy that Aristotle recommended humane treatment for slaves and conceded to them the possibility of freedom if desired. He even expressed in his will that his own slaves should be freed rather than sold. Additionally, he recognized the temporary nature of the institution of slavery, predicting its decline with advancements in technology. Despite these considerations, it's important to recognize that Aristotle's views on slavery were met with criticism even in his time. Critics argued that his views were reactionary, especially when compared to the anti-slavery tendencies of the Athenian democracy. While Aristotle acknowledged the institution of slavery, he also acknowledged its impermanence and advocated for the humane treatment and potential emancipation of slaves based on merit and service. In conclusion, Aristotle's views on slavery were complex and reflective of the societal norms of ancient Greece. While he justified slavery based on notions of natural hierarchy and the benefits it brought to both masters and slaves, his ideas were not without controversy. The exploration of Aristotle's thoughts on slavery offers insights into the ethical and social considerations of his time, prompting us to critically assess these perspectives in the context of contemporary values and human rights. Thank you for watching our videos. Please hit the like button and subscribe our YouTube channel.